Hey everyone. Okay, so today we're making this really super tasty recipe. It's a bourbon maple caramel corn, and I'm making it using CBD. CBD. Oh, and I'm gonna have some storage tips for you too, so stay tuned for those. Let's get cooking. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your coconut oil, and we're gonna melt that in a medium but yet shallow saute pan. And then we're gonna add in our popcorn kernels. I'm using these really beautiful heirloom kernels, but any popcorn kernels will work. You're gonna add those in and add them to the oil. You wanna shake the pan so you get those kernels completely covered in the oil, and then you're gonna cover the pan. And you're gonna cook those popcorn kernels over a medium heat. Just keep shaking that pan occasionally. Once you start to hear the kernels pop, once they're kind of popping at a regular rate, then you wanna start shaking a little bit more frequently so they don't burn. And just pop all of those popcorn kernels. When it gets to the point where the popcorn kernels are like maybe popping every few seconds, and it's sort of slowed down a little bit, remove the pan from the heat, give it a second to completely stop, and then transfer those kernels into a large mixing bowl, the popped kernels. Okay, so now you're gonna take in a small saucepan, melt your butter, brown sugar, some maple syrup, and some sea salt. You're gonna bring that mixture to a low simmer and cook it for about 3 minutes. Oh, and stay tuned, I'm gonna have some storage tips for brown sugar for you. So remove the saucepan from the heat, you're gonna add in your bourbon, and then you're gonna add in your CBD. This is completely optional, by the way, but hey, if you wanna chill out, it's a really good way to go. And then you're gonna mix in the baking soda. It's all gonna just bubble up. You're gonna take that mixture, you're gonna add it to the mixing bowl with your popcorn kernels and the pecans. Mix it until the popcorn is completely covered with the caramel sauce. And then you're gonna take that popcorn, you're gonna lay it out on a parchment lined baking sheet to a nice even layer. Then you're gonna put it in the oven. Then you're gonna take that baking sheet and put it in the oven and bake it at 250 degrees for about 15 minutes. You just want that caramel sauce to get really nice and crisp on the popcorn and to completely dry out as much as possible. After that happens, take it out of the oven and let it cool, and boom, you have delicious, tasty bourbon maple caramel corn with CBD to chill you out. A great little snack anytime you just need to unwind. Fun, tasty, delicious recipe. Oh, hey, guess what? Here it is, just the tip. Okay, so a couple of the ingredients that you used in this video, use brown sugar and butter. So did you know that you can actually freeze butter in the packaging it comes in? You don't have to do anything special. Just take it from the bag that you brought it home in, pop it in the freezer, and it will last for months stored that way. I do have one suggestion. If you tend to use butter in certain measurements, like maybe you always put a tablespoon on your toast in the morning, I recommend cutting it up and then just rewrapping it in that same packaging and then putting it in the freezer. It'll make it a lot easier to access what you want to use when you need to use it versus having to let a whole stick thaw out. A great way to keep your butter around longer, fresher, and use it as you need. So what's the shelf life of brown sugar? Well, brown sugar will actually last indefinitely. It doesn't really spoil. The only thing that really happens to it is that it'll brick up. It'll get hard and kind of difficult to use. But there's a few things that you can do. One, if you have some time and you know that you want to use your brown sugar and it's been in that firm brick state and you need to soften it up, throw in a slice of white bread, put that in the bag with the brown sugar, and that will soften it slowly. Now, like I said, brown sugar lasts indefinitely, so it's not gonna spoil as long as you store it in a dark, cool, dry place. Another thing that you can do is use the microwave. Microwave the brown sugar in a microwave-safe bowl with a damp paper towel, like 10 seconds at a time. Microwave it, fluff it, see if it's ready, pop it back in, microwave it again if it's not. This is an easy way to soften your brown sugar too, but it's not gonna go bad, so don't throw it out, fight food waste, use those tips, and I'll see you guys next time.